All right, hey y'all. So obviously you could tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about my experience at Smile Dental Center 32 in Miami. The address for their dental office is 9835 Southwest 40th Street, Miami, Florida. And yeah, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the trauma I experienced, how I ended up spending. I've spent almost $60,000 this year on my teeth, nerve damage that they've caused, TMJ issues that they've caused, doctor visits. I got to get my teeth redone. I'm going to get into all of that. And I've written down step by step everything that has happened, because I made a video about this, and I made this on TikTok, and I made this video about, I don't know, 4 months ago, and it ended up going viral. So a lot of people ask me, hey, what's the update on your teeth? What's the update on your teeth? And I now have sensory issues that I live with every day. This has been like an extremely hard emotional journey for me. This has been one of the hardest times in my life. I've been through a lot of stuff in my life, but I have never dealt with chronic pain, and I have never dealt with, really any serious health issues. So this has been one of the hardest times in my life because I'm in pain every day, and I just want to get into everything that has happened, and I took notes to make sure that I don't forget anything. So I speak to Smile Dental Center 32 in Miami, and I'm kind of going back and forth with them. Finally, after some time, I decide to go in on June 23rd, 2022. I make an appointment. I go in, and this is supposed to be the day that they drill my teeth off. Keep in mind, I didn't have any consultation, nothing. They just said, come in, this is the day we'll drill your teeth off and we'll put your temporaries on. So if you don't know, with veneers, you get your teeth shaved down, and then they put temporary teeth on, and then about a week later, they get the teeth, the porcelain teeth, and they put the porcelain teeth in. So I had my veneers already for 6 years. I got my teeth done in Beverly Hills. I had my teeth done for 6 years, and I never had any issues, but I had my teeth for 6 years. So it was time for me to get them redone. So before you come in my comments talking about, oh, well, it's your fault because you want to look a certain way, it was time for me to get them redone. I decided to go here because a friend told me about it, and that was it, period, done, blue, blue, blue. They agreed to do my porcelain teeth for $10,000. So they told me, come in on June 23rd, 2022, and we'll take the teeth off, put the temporaries on, blah, blah, blah. So I get to Smile Dental Center 32 in Miami. The first thing I realized is that it's ghetto. Like, just period. It was kind of ghetto. Like, it was hella people in there. I'm sitting in there. I wait 2 hours past my appointment. 2 hours. I leave, I go get food, I come back. They not saying nothing to me. The people there barely speak English, which, okay, whatever, we're in Miami, I get it. A lot of people speak Spanish, that's cool. But I'm just setting the scene for you guys. The actual dental office is in a strip mall. So I'm like, okay, let me just go grab some food at this little restaurant. I'm finally seen by a female dentist. Okay, this is the first dentist. Finally seen by a female dentist. We have a brief conversation. I tell her, hey, I just want to warn you, I do not get numbed easily. It's extremely hard to numb me when I get dental work done. And I said, and I know you're going to think that I'm lying because it is pretty crazy, but I need you to know that when I tell you I feel it, I'm not lying to you. She's like, yeah, no problem, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, cool, bet. She seemed really nice. She starts drilling my teeth off, my veneers, and I'm like, no, I feel it. So she gives me some more numbing. She's drilling my teeth off, and I'm like, no, I still feel this. I'm bawling, crying at this point. Okay? And she's like, it's not possible for you to still feel this. And I'm like, girl, I already told you that it's extremely hard for me to get numb. My mom has the same thing. Like, this is something that me and my mom both have. It's extremely hard for us to get numb when we get dental work done. This has been like this for me my whole life. So I always have to warn new dentists, like, hey, heads up, this is gonna get crazy. Like, I'm gonna feel this. And I know you're gonna think, oh my God, I just gave this girl enough numbing to put a horse down. But it ain't working for me. You have to properly numb me in a way that's like, they do like nerve blocks and like all sorts of stuff, okay? So whatever. I'm sitting there, I'm in pain. I'm bawling my eyes out. The lady is like, it's not possible for you to still feel this. She gets up, doesn't say anything, gets up, walks out of the dental office, of the room where she's shaving my veneers off. She walks out, my teeth are partially shaven off, and she gets up and leaves and doesn't say a word. I'm sitting there still in pain, crying. I take a picture. Here is the picture. Okay? I'm in that room alone. You see the dental assistant standing in the door like, what's going on? Where'd you go? Because she just got up and left. So I'm sitting there for another 5 minutes in excruciating pain. And I'm like, ask the dental assistant, I'm like, where did she go? She's like, oh, she's pregnant. So yeah, she's feeling nauseous. What? So you get up and you leave while I'm sitting here in pain, bawling my eyes out crying. Because you're pregnant, babe, and don't even say, hey, take over this or nothing. While I'm telling you I'm still in pain. That's insanity. Whatever. So I'm made to go into another room with a man. He tells me that he's gonna try to numb me. And I'm like, okay. So he gives me more numbing. I'm like, okay, you know, go ahead, like start. Because the numbing, when I do get numbed, it wears off hella quick. So I'm like, all right, come on, like, let's get this shit off. He starts drilling it off. I'm like, no, I still feel it. So he's like giving me hella numbing. So I'm like getting a little bit nervous. He gets up and walks out. Again, another one walks out. And I Google how much dental numbing can you give somebody until it's like deadly. Because I'm scared at this point of, like, they've been giving me so much numbing, but like they're not like doing it in any type of strategic way. They're just like poking around in my gums. And I remember when I've had my veneers before, they'll be like, oh, we have to like completely do this like nerve block and numb in this specific place. So I'm like, they just poking around in this bitch doing way too much. So I Google it. And it says something like, it's 13 cartridges and this man passed away. So I'm like, hey, so how much numbing have you given me? And he's like, oh, we've given you almost like all the way to the legal amount. And he's like, that's why I just don't understand why you're not numb. He's like, I'm going to try to do this like nerve block on you. Finally says this to me after hella long. And I'm like, all right, go ahead. Tries to do the nerve block. He didn't even do it in the right place. Because now that I go to my dentist now, I know where you're supposed to do it. And he didn't do it in the right place. Slow blink. Anyways, finally, my veneers are drilled off, right? And he's like, okay, you're going to have to go, you know, wait in the lobby. Oh, no, hold on. Actually, he drills the teeth off, right? And I wanted to get my gums contoured. Like, I wanted them to like contour my gums so they're all the same shape and size. And I asked him, I said, if you do gum contouring, will I be able to get temporary teeth on where you do the gum contouring? He's like, yeah, you know, don't worry about it. It should be fine. It should be fine. I'm like, okay. He does the gum contouring, and then he's like, okay, go wait in the lobby. You're gonna go get your temporaries put on. I go wait in the lobby. Once again, for hella long. They have me sitting in the lobby with my teeth drilled off, my mouth bleeding, my gums lasered. The numbing has worn off. I am in pain again. And I'm sitting in the lobby waiting to get my temporary teeth put on. That is insanity. Now that I know how you're supposed to really, really be treated, and like remember how you're supposed to really be treated at a dental office, I'm like, that's insane. So they have me sitting in there like a freaking, a conveyor belt. Just people, just patients going in, coming out, going in, coming out, have me going to all these different dentists, all these different rooms, different people in my mouth, different people numbing me, don't even know my situation. Just all these people in my mouth. So finally I get called back to, finally I get called back to where they put the temporaries on, and it's two ladies, two girls, young girls. and they don't speak English. Okay, they barely speak English, maybe a few words, like whatever. Almost nobody in there spoke English except for one guy. Well, like, yeah, pretty much like one or two guys who were like very fluent in English. So they don't even speak English. So I'm like, I'm in hella pain. Like, I'm in pain. Can I get some more numbing? And they're like, no. Basically, they're like, no. So, whatever. Somebody from the front desk, a guy comes in and he says something to the girls. He walks out and they start gossiping about him. Keep in mind, it's me on the bed with my mouth open and they're on this two sides of me looking over into my mouth and they're talking to each other, gossiping to each other about this man. They're not even talking about my mouth. Keep in mind, I'm in so much pain that I am sitting there crying. Not one of them, no empathy. They didn't give a f. They did not care that I was sitting in that chair, crying my eyes out in hella pain. They're over my head, speaking in Spanish, talking about the man at the front desk. And I'm not completely fluent in Spanish, but I speak enough Spanish to know some of the shit they were saying. And they were not talking about my teeth or anything that had to do with me. Not one of them bitches was like, are you okay? Like, you want to hold my hand? Like, let's try to get some more numbing in here. No, them did not care. They didn't give a f. Sorry, YouTube, but they did it. So anyways, they put the temporaries on. And, they put the temporaries on the top, right? And they're like, oh, we can't put temporary teeth on the bottom of your teeth. And I said, what? I said, he just told me that they could put temporaries on my bottom teeth. I asked him ahead of time. They said no because of the gum contouring. I said in my mind, well, why the fuck would they let me get gum contouring if they were not able to put temporary teeth on my teeth? I have things to do. I now have no teeth on my bottom teeth. You understand how that could be a problem? Considering I have to do. It was crazy. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, y'all can't put on. No, we're not going to put bottom teeth on you. I said, why the fuck would y'all do that? They're like, it's okay. Like, you know, it's going to be 2 weeks. I'm like, 2 weeks? 2 weeks? I'm like, that's fucking crazy. Like, the turnaround is supposed to be a week to get your permanent veneers. What are you talking about 2 weeks? They're like, well, we do 2 weeks here. So I'm hot. I'm so irritated. I'm so mad. Keep in mind, I give them the money. I pay the money. I had paid the money when I was in the lobby waiting to go to the temporaries. Whatever. I paid them the money. Now I'm in Miami and I have no bottom teeth in my mouth. Okay. They send me home. They're like, here, take this mouthwash, go home. Like, you just need to let your gums heal, like, blah, blah, blah. So I'm irritated as hell. So I call them later that day. I'm crying on the phone. And I'm like, look, like, I can't believe, like, you know, like, you guys just sent me home with no teeth. Like, this is crazy. I need this to be expedited. I don't care what I have to pay. Like, I need teeth in my mouth because I have real shit to do. So he's like, oh, well, there's nothing I can tell you and there's nothing we can do. Like, that's just what it is. I'm bawling, crying when I tell you this motherfucker had no zero emotion in his voice, no empathy, no nothing. No nothing. They don't care in that establishment. Rhythm was sitting there with me. I'm at Rhythm's house. He's on speakerphone and she's like, that is insane. Rhythm said, hang up on him. That is insane that he is sitting on the phone while you are bawling, crying and has zero empathy. Not a, I'm so sorry if there was a miscommunication. He's literally saying, I don't care. I don't know what to tell you. That's what it is. We can't get anything. There's nothing we could do. So it is what it is, basically. So I get a call the next day. He's like, they're like, okay, we want to set your appointment for when to come back to get the permanent teeth on. I'm like, okay. I'm thinking in my mind at this point, I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll thug it out for 2 weeks. Like, I'm gonna just have to thug it out because they're not trying to do nothing. Like, what else am I gonna do? So they call me and they're like, okay, how about this day? 3 weeks away. 3 weeks. I said, what? I said, that's 3 weeks away. You guys told me 2 weeks and we just got into a whole argument about how 2 weeks is too long. And now you're telling me 3 weeks? They're like, oh, well, we meant like 2 weeks, like 12 business days. What? So why, when I'm in the office, you said 2 weeks? They're like, well, we could send you a screenshot from months ago when we sent like a big long ass paragraph of information in there. We say 12 business days. I said, but first of all, I didn't even fucking see that. Second of all, when I was in the dental office, you said 2 weeks. When I was just arguing with you on the phone, you said 2 weeks. So now it's 3 weeks. And now y'all really playing with me. So anyways, hold on, let me get back to the notes. Okay, so after the 3 weeks thing, I go off. I'm like, at this point, I can snap. I'm like, I'm not being polite to these people. They've shown me time and time again that they do not give a fuck about me. They have no empathy for me. They don't care that I was in pain. They don't care that they just put all these people in my mouth. They don't care that I'm walking away from this situation with no teeth in my mouth. I go off. I'm like, look, the way that you guys are treating me, I'm going to make sure that the world knows how you guys are treating me. He literally says, I don't care, go ahead and do what you want to do. I have never in all of my years of like having social media or having a platform threatened anybody to expose them. That's not my style. I don't do it. I think it's a power trip, but the way that I was being treated, I really was like, no. Y'all playing with me a little too much, and I'm letting it slide and I'm keeping it on wraps, but you have me really fucked up right now because you guys are manipulating the hell out of me time and time again. Don't care that I'm like, no, I'm putting my foot down. He's like, I don't care. Go ahead, do what you gotta do. Post what you want to post. I don't care. So I'm literally on the phone like screaming at this man. Finally, he's like, all right, well, I'll see what I can do about getting it to 2 weeks. In my mind, I'm like, we just got into this conversation yesterday and you said 2 weeks. Now you're trying to see if you could do 2 weeks? What? Like, can somebody please, how does that make sense? Now you tried to take it from 2 weeks to 3 weeks. Now it's, oh, well, I'll see if I can get it to 2 weeks. 2 weeks was an issue too. Like, I'm confused. These people are crazy. So whatever. June 25th. This is June 25th. It's 2 days after I left the dental office, after, you know, we have been getting into that conversation about like what day can I come back from permanence and all this stuff. I start noticing my sensory issues that I still have to this day. I started noticing, like, you guys see even how I'm talking, bro, like, annoying. I keep catching my lisp. But anyways, I start noticing my sensitivity to like certain materials, touching on cardboard and paper towels, and like just like the way my friend's blanket was feeling on her couch. And I started noticing my sensory issues, right? But I'm just like, I figure it's because my bottom teeth are exposed. I'm like, okay, like, it's probably just like weird sensation in my body because my bottom teeth are exposed. They haven't been exposed for 6 years. So I'm like, okay, that kind of makes sense. Like, once I get the permanence, it'll be gone. Whatever. July 7th. I go back to Miami for permanence. I also want to make a note here that I'm flying to Miami from Los Angeles to go to these appointments. So I'm spending thousands of dollars to even get to Miami. Okay? So I get my permanence on and I'm lied to again. So they put the permanence on. Sorry, my hair, just the way my hair is feeling like against this freaking sports bra is like driving me crazy. And the way this freaking paper is feeling in my hands right now is like, I'm so overwhelmed right now because of my sensory issues, and I'm really trying to get through this. Okay. I get my permanence on, they numb me, right? It's hella painful, whatever. I notice like the way my tongue feels against the teeth are hella like, I want to draw it for you guys so you can kind of understand. Let me draw it. I'm in my beauty room, so. Okay. Let me use a lip liner. I want to just show you guys like how, so, okay. So they put the permanents on my teeth, right? And like, I'm very like numb in this moment because they obviously like numb me a lot because they were putting the permanents on, and that's a painful process. So this is the front of my tooth, right? I hope you guys can see this. This is the front of the tooth, right? So this is like my lip, whatever. That's hella ugly. This is the front of the tooth. The tooth, and then let's say that this is my real tooth. This is the porcelain tooth that they've put on. It was going like this. This is how it was going. Like, so this is my real tooth right here. Like this is my real tooth underneath the porcelain. And this is the porcelain that they put on. It was like this big ass bump in the back of my teeth of like cement. And it was like that on the bottom too. So like, it was like my bottom teeth, and then it'd be like this, and then it'd be like that. This is, once again, my like real tooth. And it was like hella cement, like gunked up on my tooth. Like they didn't fit these teeth properly. So I'm like, I get back and I'm like, the numbing is starting to wear off. And I'm like, these teeth feel weird as fuck. Like, I'm like, why do they feel like this in my mouth? Like, there's hella like ridges and like bumps and like lumps in the back of my teeth. And I'm like, my tongue is touching and I'm like, what the, like, this is not how they're supposed to feel. Like, it feels like what kind of material? Sandpaper or some shit, like cement. It feels like cement, like if you put your tongue on the cement or something, like, you know. So I'm like, what the hell, this doesn't feel like porcelain. Because I had porcelain teeth in my mouth for 6 years, babe. I know what it feels like. I have porcelain teeth in my mouth right now. The difference between these teeth and those teeth, night and day. I have, hold on, let me show y'all. I saved one of the teeth when I got one of the Miami teeth, so I can show you guys. So I can show you guys. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this. And this one's not even, I got this, this is the tooth. This is the tooth. This is the tooth. This was one of my bottom teeth. Okay? I'm sending this into a lab to test for the materials, by the way. That's why I have it. So anyways, since people think I'm playing with them, so whatever, got the permanents on. I'm like, what the hell, these feel hella weird in my mouth. I noticed that my bite is super off. Like, my mouth is super uncomfortable. This is the next day after they put the permanent teeth on, right? And I DM them. The next day, July 8th, I DM saying my bite is off. They reply saying somebody will call you. Nobody calls me. Okay? Nobody reaches out to me. Nobody calls me. I'm like, okay, I have my flight back to LA. These people are playing with me. Like, maybe I should just find somewhere in LA to try to adjust my bite, like, whatever. Oh, also, you know what, I just want to add, like, I mean, I guess it's kind of like irrelevant now, but like, when I had the temporaries on the top and no teeth on the bottom, I was calling around all of Los Angeles to find who can put temporary teeth on my bottom teeth, because I really had stuff to do, and it was just like such a stressful thing for me. Like, I just want to add, that was a lot of stress as well, because I just remembered that. So anyways, they never call me. They never reach out to me. I end up flying back to LA because I'm like, I have things to do. I DM them again on July 12th. Keep in mind, here, I have the DMs here. Let me just insert the DMs real quick. So they respond to me a day later saying that they were trying to get in contact with me. 100% a lie. This is 100% a freaking lie, y'all. They weren't trying to get in contact with me. They didn't call me. They didn't DM me. Keep in mind, at this point, all the people in the office hate me because like they feel like I'm so difficult. But I'm like, y'all playing in my damn. But at this point, I'm like, y'all playing in my damn mouth, and you guys are concerned about me being difficult. Yeah, because you guys are playing with my freaking health right now. Like, this is dental stuff is not a joke. Like, you know. So whatever, they finally call me after they had lied and said they had been trying to get in contact with me. They finally call me and tell me, well, why didn't you schedule a follow-up after? Keep in mind, when I was getting my permanent teeth put on, the dentist, a whole new dentist, some old guy, when he was putting my permanent teeth on, he was like, oh yeah, you don't have to worry about coming back because we do everything now. So we're gonna adjust your bite. We're gonna do everything. You're not gonna have to come back to Miami. So don't even worry about scheduling a follow-up appointment. So they're like, well, why didn't you schedule a follow-up appointment? So I'm like, what? I'm like, y'all told me I didn't need a follow-up appointment. What are you talking about? Like, literally, what are you talking about? So They tell me that, you know, okay, just fly back to Miami. We'll adjust your bite. I'm pissed as hell. And I'm in pain because my bite is so off, y'all. My bite was so off. Like, I could not even close my mouth, like, at all. So, I'm pissed, I'm in pain. So, I start searching for dentists in LA to adjust my bite. Because I'm like, I'm not flying back to Miami. You guys have done enough damage. Like, I just need to find a dentist in LA that can adjust my bite and, like, make it so that my mouth is comfortable to close. So, I start to go to different dentists in LA. I'm reaching out. I'm like, hey, can you adjust my bite? A lot of people don't even do it. Some people don't know how. I'm like talking to Dr. Q in Memphis, and he's like, I'll redo your teeth for you, like, you know, whatever. Like, because I'm like, I'm really having a lot of problems at this point. This is like weeks, a couple weeks have gone by at this point. I'm just like, I don't know what to do. So I finally find a couple different dentists. They like do bite adjustments on me, but it's really not changing. Like, I'll get one side adjusted and then the other one will be off. I'll get this side adjusted, then the other one will be off, like whatever. So I ended up going to 4 different dentists to get bite adjustments. So that was another maybe like $3,000 just for me to go around to all these different dentists trying to figure it out and figure out bite adjustments. So at the 4th place I go to try to get a bite adjustment, they take x-rays and inform me that none of my teeth are bonded properly to my teeth, and that there are cavities under my veneers. That Smile Dental Center 32 in Miami put veneers over cavities in my mouth, and the teeth are not even bonded properly, which means they are not even attached all the way to my teeth. And I will insert the x-ray so that you can see the teeth not bonded properly. If you look and you see the black spaces and the black lines, you can see where the teeth are not bonded properly. I will insert a picture now of how it is supposed to look. As you see, there are not those black spaces. Okay, so whatever. So they tell me the teeth are not bonded properly. And on July 13th, I realized that I need to get my teeth redone. At this point, I'm in excruciating pain every day. I'm going to the dentist every other day for bite adjustments. And I have started to now get acupuncture for the jaw pain that is caused by me not being able to close my bite. So basically it's basically called when your bite gets lost. So like my original bite that I had before this whole situation is completely lost and completely gone, and we don't know where my teeth are supposed to fit and supposed to go, and it's just a whole long process, and it's caused me to have it's called like TMJ or something. It's like these jaw problems. So I started going to acupuncture to try to help with some of the jaw pain, and it helped a lot. So once again, that's more money that I'm spending. I'm spending like $100 every time I go to get acupuncture, and it was just crazy. So I finally tell Smile Dental Center 32 that I want a refund, and they tell me if I want a refund, I have to fly to Miami. I want you guys to listen to this. That I have to fly to Miami and let them drill my teeth off in order for me to get a refund. Keep in mind, I've already been going through all this stuff. I've started acupuncture. I'm going to different dentists. I'm getting bite adjustments. I realize I'm going to have to get my teeth redone. And I'm livid because I am going through the most dark physical experience that I have ever gone through. And these people are sick with zero empathy. They do not care what they have done to me. I have nerve damage, which I call my sensory issues, but I have nerve damage, which at this time we did not know what kind of nerve damage it was because it's extremely rare. So I have this like mystery ass nerve damage. My mouth hurts every day. I have TMJ issues. I'm getting acupuncture, and they tell me that they will not give me my money back unless I let them drill my teeth off. And I say, have you lost your f***ing mind? I will never in my life, I lose it on the phone. I lose it. I said, I would never in my life let you guys near my mouth again. You guys are sick ass people. So finally I tell TikTok what is going on, and they start blowing up my phone. Smile Dental Center starts blowing my phone up, calling me back to back to back to back to back. I'm pretty sure I have a screenshot of the call, some of the calls, and I'll post that now if I do. So hundreds of people reach out to me with their horror stories about their experience at Dental Center, Smile Dental Center 32. And I also want to add, the day when I had went in to get my permanent teeth in Miami, there was a lady in there screaming at the top of her lungs, nah, cause y'all got me messed up. I've given you $12,000 and you this, that, and the third ain't right, and y'all keep trying to have me fly back from here to here, and I don't live in Miami. And I should have got up and ran. I mean, the damage is already done, but I should have got up and ran. But I am not the only person who has gone through this. So hella people reached out to me with their horror stories. I will insert some screenshots now that I do have of other people reaching out to me. So, obviously when I post on social media like of what these people have done to me, my fans start DMing them, and they are responding to my fans' DM saying that I am trying to scam for free veneers and I just want my money back. And they're saying that I do this all the time to different companies, and I will insert those screenshots of Smile Dental Center 32 in Miami responding to DMs about me saying that I am just trying to scam them for free teeth. I will insert those DMs now. So on August 25th was when I made the viral TikTok about my sensory issues. September 2nd, I have a video here where you guys can see me basically talking about my sensory and jaw issues. So at this point, I am like, I feel hopeless. Like, I feel so hopeless and like so just like I have no idea what to do anymore. Me living in my old house, you guys remember what my old house looked like? Kind of, I had carpeted floors throughout the whole house. And like now, like since I've had my sensory issues, carpet drives me crazy. So every day I was just feeling like I was in a sensory overload every single day. So I was like, I need to move out of this house immediately. If you guys saw my viral TikTok video, you saw that I would have to walk around in these rubber Crocs and never take them off because the way that the carpet felt underneath my feet was like nails on a chalkboard. I'm literally getting chills just thinking about it now. So I decide to move into a new home to get away from the carpet in my house. And I know that sounds crazy, and I never thought those words would come out of my mouth because it sounds crazy, but that's how bad my sensory issues had become. Like, even me touching my hair is not a comfortable feeling for me. Like, I'll use the words, oh, I can't even touch my hair. I can do everything, but it is uncomfortable for me. To this day, it's still uncomfortable for me. So I move out of my house. I spend $15,000 moving, just alone getting this house. So I have this, I'm in my new house now. And I spent $15,000 to move in. Keep in mind, at this point, I spent $10,000 to get these teeth done. I've spent thousands of dollars on flights. I spent thousands of dollars trying to get bite adjustments and trying to find out what was wrong with me, and on acupuncture. So at this point, I'm just like doing anything to try to get like a little bit of relief from this situation, and nobody cares about what I'm going through at this point. I don't have answers at this point. So I get a call from a lawyer that is representing SMILEDENTALCENTER32 in Miami, and they offer me $4,500 to not tell the public what they have done to me. They offer me $4,500 after I have spent, at this point, I think almost $30,000. What is $4,500 gonna do for me? Not to mention, I am in a dark depression. I am suicidal. I am in pain every single day. My life has been flipped upside down. I now live with chronic pain every day. And you have these people, this lawyer call me and get on my phone and offer me $4,500. It's a slap in the face. I'm on the phone crying to the lawyer because I'm like, you don't understand what these people have put me through. And he's like, I really am sorry about this. He hears the pain of my voice, and anybody with even just a tad bit of empathy in their freaking body, even a lawyer, can tell that, like, this is so hard for me. I really don't want to cry this video. So whatever, I turned down the $4,500. I'm like, get off my phone. Like, I'm sorry, but no, you don't understand. I continue seeing my acupuncturist, and I decided to try hypnotherapy. That's another $400 for one session, which didn't do shit, by the way, so that's a scam. But at this point, I was desperate for anything, because some people are telling me, oh, like, your nervous system is just like had a shock. I found one other person in the world who went through exactly what I went through with the same kind of sensory issues, and she lives in a different country, and we were emailing back and forth, and she told me that the same exact thing happened to her after she got her veneers, and she had the same exact sensory issues, and it took 3 years for her sensory issues to go away. And she told me that I needed to get into like holistic medication and stuff like that. So whatever. So I'm trying, you know, holistic stuff. I start taking some supplements that is supposed to like help with like your nervous system and things like that. So I get another call from the lawyer, like, I don't know, maybe like 2 weeks later, and they're offering me a full refund. Okay, they're offering me a full refund, and I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna just take the refund. Okay, I'm gonna just take my money back. But then when I sat there thinking about it, I was like, no, because you know what, my refund is $10,000, and I have spent well over $10,000 just trying to fix what you ruined, and that is not right. It is not right that I have to pay for your mistakes on top of be in pain physically and emotionally every single day. So I texted the lawyer and I said, actually, I don't want the full refund. Keep it. I'm gonna get a lawyer myself, and I'm gonna sue them. So I end up going, like, I'm like still like seeing my dentist that I have here in LA in Encino. Shout out to them. They like Miss Encino Dental Center. They have really been there for me, and like this has been like one of the hardest situations I've ever dealt with in my life regarding my health. And they have really been there for me. And like, even though I'm still in pain and like I still have my sensory issues, like just being around people who like understand that like you're in pain every day, it just means something. It just means something to know that like I'm at least like being empathized with a little bit, you know. And like they really try to like make sure that I'm comfortable and like make sure that I'm not in pain, and like, you know, are just like really cool about the situation, because I've been in their office so many times literally crying my eyes out, and it's just been like a really long journey. So I'm just very thankful for them. So I decided that I'm gonna get my teeth fully redone at Encino Dental Center in LA, and that is costing me $28,000, so $30,000. And I just want to go ahead and say, before I decided to go to Miami a long time ago, when I was even thinking about getting my teeth redone in the beginning, I think I went there to get a consultation, and it was like the same price. Like, it was pretty expensive, and I was like, no, I'm not paying that. Like, that's OD. And now that I look back, I should have just paid the $30,000 then, because now I'm out $60,000. I have permanent freaking nerve damage, and my whole life has been flipped upside down for this last, like, what, 6-7 months. So spend that extra money, okay? When it comes to your teeth, don't play them games. So then at this point, like, well, kind of while this is all happening, like, I agree. I'm like, I'm gonna start getting my teeth redone. It cost $30,000. I've already spent like 20 something on Miami and trying to fix problems and doing all this extra stuff. But I am desperate, so I need to try to get my teeth redone to try to see if it will make the sensory issues go away, and to hopefully like get my bite back and like to not have jaw pain anymore. So whatever, start the process for getting my teeth redone. And in the process, I'm speaking to my primary care doctor, which I have Kaiser. I have Kaiser. I'm trying to tell them like, hey, like, you know, it's been kind of a long time that I've been speaking to Kaiser, but it's just been like such a long process. Like, when I first told them about like my nerve issues and my sensory issues, they said, okay, what we're gonna do is we want you to go get blood work done, and once the blood work comes back, like, we'll refer you to a neurologist, because the neurologist is gonna ask you to get blood work done anyway. So just go get the blood work before we give you a referral to go to the neurologist. So I get all this blood work done, right? A lot of blood work. Keep in mind, I have a phobia of needles, so me getting blood work done is really like a thing for me. So I'm like, but I'm desperate. So I go get the blood work done. Everything comes back normal except for like I had low vitamin D, because y'all know I don't go in the sun. I'm pale as hell. And yeah, so they prescribed me vitamin D. And I'm like, okay, cool. So can I get the referral to the neurologist? And they don't say nothing to me for like, I think like a month. And I have to call Kaiser back and be like, talk to another doctor. I'm like, look, you guys had me do all this blood work so that you would give me a referral to the neurologist, because I have this freaking like nerve damage from this dentist, and nobody's giving me anything. And the doctor on the phone says to me, and I swear to God on my life, and I have this as proof if anybody ever tries to play me, like in my charts for Kaiser, he said, I think it's all in your head, and I'm gonna refer you to a psychiatrist, because I've never heard of that before. So as you can imagine how I feel just as a woman going through what I'm going through physically every single day, for you to sit up here and tell me that I'm just imagining this, and I just need to see a psychiatrist for these sensory issues that I'm having, even though another woman has literally gone through this in a different country, I am like furious. Because I'm like, don't ever sit up there and call me crazy when I am physically suffering every single day. I am overwhelmed with my senses every single day, like to the point where I'm like, I have to take a sleeping pill and go to sleep, because I feel just like a million bees are just buzzing inside of my body, and it's just like not stopping. Like, anything I touch, overwhelming. Anything I do, overwhelming. Like, it's just crazy. Like, I can't even explain it. So I finally have somebody reach out to me that is like, keep in mind, hundreds of people have tried to like reach out to me and stuff about oh, what it could possibly be, and everybody's been wrong. And I finally find something that it probably is. It's called neurotoxicity of local anesthesia, and basically it's something where like, it's, you guys can look it up, but it's like 0.02 people experience this and have this happen, but it could possibly have happened because of the amount of numbing medication that they were giving me, and they could have like put the medication in the wrong place, and it basically caused like me to have like poisoning, like neurotoxicity, like of local anesthesia, or like some type of nerve damage. Like my nervous system is like shocked, like my nervous system is shocked. So pretty much where I'm at with it right now, I went to go see an integrative doctor. That cost me another $1,000. I am now taking 12 supplements every single day of my life, because I'm literally just desperate. I'm so desperate to try to get answers. I went back to my primary care doctor, They were like, oh, well, now you got to come in and get a physical for you to maybe possibly get this neurology referral. I went and I got my physical. Then they're like, you got to get more blood work done for us to give you this neurology referral. Like, I feel like I'm a freaking medical mystery. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know 100% like what it's called. Like, we know what we think it is, but like, they told me it's like, they spoke to a neurologist about what I'm going through, and they told me like, yeah, it probably is what I think it is, but it's like impossible almost to like get tested for it. And if I don't have a diagnosis, like, I've tried to reach out to lawyers and stuff, and like, it's really hard to have like a full case when it comes to like dental malpractice. Like, you need like a lot of like evidence, which I'm like gathering whatever, and I'm not ever gonna stop until I get like all of this evidence, whatever. I'm really trying, y'all, but it's really hard to like sue these people because it's really hard to get my diagnosis. So they basically told me to start taking a drug called gabapentin. Like, I don't know if you guys know what that is, but gabapentin is like a pain medication for like nerves. So they want me to start taking gabapentin because they're like, okay, you know, once you take the gabapentin, if that helps with your nerves, then we can like pretty much rule out like, yes, it is nerve damage or whatever. But the symptoms of the the side effects of the gabapentin are weight gain, suicidal thoughts, depression. You can't just quit taking it whenever you want. And I'm just like, ugh, I don't want to take it. Like, I have the prescription, everything, but like, and like, I know that I'm desperate, but I think like I'm just so scared because like this whole situation has like thrown me into such a dark depression already with my health, that I'm scared that if I take this medication, that it's just gonna like put me like over the edge. Like, I just don't know. I don't play about my mental health, y'all. Like I'm really serious about my mental health because I have, you know, gone through a lot of stuff in my past with depression, and it's like really scary. Like, it's really scary, and it's been really scary for me since all of this has happened. And I really didn't want to cry in this video, but I don't know. I never thought it would be me. I never thought this would happen to me. And like, I know people be like, oh, you always got something going on. I don't always have something going on. Okay, let's just start there. I had a botched BBL one time. Got some bad surgery. Went to go get my teeth redone. Had a bad experience. A lot of people have bad experiences with their veneers. DDG, he finally came out and opened up about his experience with his veneers and his veneer situation. He literally, once he saw my my TikTok video, he called me in the morning and was like, yo, I haven't like met nobody going through the same thing that I'm going through. Like, we're going through similar stuff, not the exact same thing, but like, there are other people that you guys see on the internet, but they're not telling you guys what they're going through. They're not telling you the truth behind these surgeries, these cosmetic procedures. And like, when I see like blogs post me and like the comments under it, like, oh, well, she just needs to love herself, and she just needs to this, that, and the third. I had my teeth done 6 years ago. It was the first thing I ever had done. My ex-boyfriend paid for it, and I was not about to pass up some dang free teeth. Period. I don't care. You have to get your teeth redone. It's not about me not loving myself. It's about I had to get them redone. It was time to get them redone. That's it. Just period. So I had a bad experience, and it's like the victim blaming. Like, y'all are blaming me because I got a botched BBL. Y'all are blaming me because these people played in my mouth and have now literally altered my life forever and have given me this nerve damage and damn near ruined my quality of life. I'm at fault for this. I paid these people for this, and I'm at fault for this? No, they're at fault for it. How about y'all get on the people who are actually not taking their career seriously, who do not care about their patients? Because this medical shit is not a joke, especially when it comes to like surgeries and BBLs and titties and all that. you're putting your life on the line right there. You lay on that table and you're putting your life on the line. And I made those choices. I 100% made those choices. But when I see people on my back and getting on me about what I'm going through, it's infuriating, because I don't need nobody else to tell me about my own mistakes. You think that I don't sit there and wish, oh my God, I wish I could just go back and tell myself, no, please don't do this. This is going to ruin your life. Like, please don't do it. I think about it every single day. I think about, what if I just knew? But unfortunately, you can't do that. You can't go back in time. So I don't need to hear no extra stuff about you need to love yourself and you need to quit doing this and you need to this, that, and the third. I'm being open about this shit, not because I want empathy, but because I want people to know that this is what can happen to you. And also because my situation is so rare that if somebody is going through this out there in the world, I couldn't find no damn answers. I couldn't find anybody who could relate to what I'm going through. So if anybody finds this video and you know, can have a little bit of relief of, oh, there's somebody else in the world who's going through it, it's not just me. Because when that lady emailed me and told me I went through the same exact thing as you and I couldn't find no answers, it gave me just a little bit inside of me of, okay, I'm not crazy. I'm not imagining this. Like, this is an insane medical mystery, y'all. And this is what I've been going through, and this is the story, and that is the update on everything that is going on. Those are all the details of what's going on. I still have sensory issues, and I still don't have my bite completely back. So I'm trying to work on it. Got my teeth redone, still trying to get my bite adjusted. So hopefully one day I'm finally comfortable. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this long video. I know it was long, but I wanted to make sure I put everything in one place. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.